Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Nesrell.
And I'm Trina Robinson. South Florida's chief meteorologist John Morales is live in the forecast center, keeping an eye on all things in the tropics. John.
Hi, Trina. So Florence is a formidable hurricane this afternoon, Category 4. And we already know what these major hurricanes can do. Obviously, we had our own tangling with a Category 4 hurricane just last year in the Florida Keys. So this has a similar intensity. Florence still out in the middle of the ocean. And while it had been moving towards the west, you kind of notice it's got a little bit of a hint of trying to move a little bit more towards the west-northwest. And as a matter of fact, that's reflected in the 5 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. West-northwest at 13 miles an hour, pretty much at our latitude, by the way. 25.4 degrees north latitude. We're at 25.5 here in Miami, but keep in mind west-northwest. We're taking on a track towards the Carolinas over the next several days. Highest sustained winds, 140 miles per hour. And here's the really bad part, the fact that it would remain over very warm waters with not a lot of wind shear. Conditions prime for it to at least maintain its intensity over the next several days. That's why the National Hurricane Center has it making landfall indeed as a Category 4 hurricane. And then, unfortunately, as it weakens, stalling. So there's a risk here for up to or even more than 1 foot of rain from this system as it enters the Carolinas. By the way, this hurricane went through a rapid intensification cycle. Almost 80% of the major hurricanes around the globe go through these rapid intensifications. 75 miles an hour yesterday at 11 a.m. to 115 miles an hour today, and now 140, as you know. I'll be back with details on Isaac and our local forecast in a bit. Back to you.
And you just saw how big that system is, and a state of emergency is in effect in Virginia and across the Carolinas as Hurricane Florence continues to intensify, targeting the coast. Right now, Carolina Beach is in the middle of the track, and that's where Jay Gray is tonight with a closer look at the preparations.
Hey there, good evening, Jackie. Good evening, Trina. Look, right now, clear skies, just a gentle breeze. It is the time to get ready here because as we move to the middle of the week, conditions are going to change dramatically. Beachside. Things are just about perfect right now.
It's been beautiful the last few days.
But the situation along the South Atlantic shoreline is expected to change dramatically.
The forecast places North Carolina in the bullseye of Hurricane Florence. The storm is rapidly getting stronger.
Florence is a monster, a major hurricane visible from space, churning in the Atlantic, gathering strength and pushing toward the coast.
There really is a serious threat from dangerous winds, dangerous coastal storm surge, and also dangerous riverine flooding caused by high amounts of precipitation.
Hundreds of thousands in the strike zone are getting ready, gathering plywood to board windows and sandbags to block floodwaters.
I'm worried. I want a generator.
There's been a run on generators and everything else needed to ride out the storm.
I got candles, I got flashlights, I got tons of gallons of water. Yeah, I'm ready.
Working, waiting, and watching as Florence closes in. Evacuation orders have already been issued for parts of the Outer Banks, and that area is going to expand tomorrow. Florence is expected to make landfall sometime late Thursday into Friday morning. In Carolina Beach, North Carolina, Jay Gray, NBC 6 News.
And NBC 6 reporter Jamie Garola will be traveling to Wilmington, North Carolina to cover Hurricane Florence. Look for his live report starting Wednesday right here on NBC 6.
And as we track Hurricane Florence, we look back at another system that left devastation in its wake right here in South Florida. We're talking about Hurricane Irma. 1 year ago today, the Category 4 system blew into the lower Florida Keys, destroying homes, claiming lives and changing lives. NBC 6 meteorologist Steve McLaughlin is live in Key West with more on the impact of the storm and how it really affected businesses for the long term. Stephen.
Trina, good afternoon. Key West is the economic driving force of all of the Keys. The middle and upper Keys were devastated when Irma made landfall. So it was so important that Key West opened quickly. It did so on October 1st. We've been here for a couple of days, and I can tell you without a doubt, business here is booming. Sloppy Joe's is one of the most iconic spots on Duval Street, and like many businesses in Key West, it was spared the worst and able to open relatively quickly after Irma.
There was a lot of cleanup, there was a lot of teamwork, a lot of community effort. The recovery time here in Key West was amazing. We're very lucky. We're very lucky that we got to open as soon as we did, 10 after the storm.
A quick recovery last year and a healthy economy this year have made Key West as strong as it was before Irma.
Real estate values have continued to climb despite the hurricane issues that we've had, because the state of Florida is a wonderful place to live.
But just a few miles up the road, places that were on Irma's dirty side, east of the eye, have been spending the last year rebuilding and only recently began to feel a sense of normalcy.
When we came back, we saw that there was quite a bit of storm surge, a lot of debris, a lot of the wreckage. It took us a few months to clean up. We took this opportunity to really make this park brand new. We completely redid the infrastructure. We've done a lot of improvements on our buildings. We've done a lot of improvements on the sites themselves.
It took till about January for business to start coming back, and it's just been slowly building, and this summer's been great. So we're very fortunate here in Key West and here at Sloppy Joe's.
Well, we just got the latest report. More than 90% of lodging facilities, hotels, motels, campgrounds, they are open in all of the Keys. The other 10%, most of those expected to be open by Christmas. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll introduce you to one man who is finally back in his home after 11 months. For now, I'm reporting live in Key West, meteorologist Steve McLaughlin, NBC 6 News.